What's up, Bills fans? Welcome into the Buffalo Bills Breakdown by Chat Sports. My name is Harrison Graham. On today's show, the Bills have signed 10 players. They have re-signed an exclusive rights free agent who we'll talk about in a second, and they have signed 9 players to futures contract deals. Remember, in the offseason, rosters expand to 90 players, so this is common practice for once teams' seasons wrap up. Okay, let's talk about Ryan Van Demark. He has been re-signed. He was set to be an exclusive rights free agent, which essentially means the team has his full rights unless they just don't want to bring him back. Not only can they bring him back, but it's going to be for the vet minimum. So that is very nice. Actually started 2 games last year, played almost 200 snaps. You look at his PFF grades, certainly not great, but for a backup that's not going to cost you much money, still in his mid-20s, can continue to develop, and if he has to play, he played in 14 games last year, started 2. This is a league that doesn't have a ton of depth at offensive line, so keep a guy that you know. It's a win. Not going to cost you any money to bring Van Demark back. Probably be their swing tackle again next year. We'll see if Buffalo looks to upgrade there in the draft, but I think bringing him back for virtually no money is kind of an easy decision to make. Considering you already know he can at least play a little bit. All right, guys, we are almost there. We've been telling you guys the last couple of weeks, when we get to 1,000 subscribers here on the Bills Breakdown, we can do more content. That's just how it works here at Chat Sports. For example, tomorrow, NBA trade deadline, probably won't have a video. If we had 1,000 subs, probably would do a video. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. Let's get to 1,000 subs and continue to grow this channel. We appreciate your guys' love and support here on the Bills Breakdown by Chat Sports. Okay, let's get to these futures contracts. Few names you guys will know, starting with Frank Gore, who obviously went undrafted last year. I thought he was a draftable player, so to get him, A, as a UDFA, and B, on a futures deal here where it has no impact on your cap whatsoever. The way the cap works is your top 51 highest paid players count against your salary cap. None of these futures guys, or at least most of them, will not, especially once free agency comes and you add more players. So I think he could be in a rotation at some point down the road in this league. And I'm not just saying that because of who his dad is. I liked him at Southern Miss. I thought he was a good player. So he is back in the fold. KJ Hamler, who, if you remember a few years ago, I think it was a second-round pick. Let me double-check that here. Yeah, 46th pick back in 2020 out of Penn State, and just kind of flamed out in Denver. Didn't really work out, but he's got good speed. He's got punt return ability, so I'm intrigued by this move. Khalil Shakir, who obviously has blossomed already, he's kind of become what I thought KJ Hamler could be, so maybe he can learn a little bit from him, even though he's the older player. But speed guy, can never have enough of that. Jalen Virgil is on a futures deal as well. 6-foot receiver out of App State, undrafted a few years ago in 2022. So he's a little bit older, 26 years old. He was on the Bills practice squad this past year. Broncos for 3 years before that. One more receiver. It is Tyrell Shavers. He's got more size, 6'4", 210. Went to Alabama, then Mississippi State, then San Diego State. He's been on the Bills practice squad for a couple of years, so he is back as well. Mike Edwards, offensive lineman. Again, not to get confused with the longtime safety. He is back as well. Not quite with the accolades as Van Demark, who obviously played a little bit last year and got some run. This is probably more of a practice squad type of player, but the Bills have brought him back. Another one, Richard Gouraige, an offensive lineman, is back here as well, 6'5", 305, went to Florida, undrafted a couple of years ago, has been with the Bills since 2023, so back for a 3rd season, probably as a practice squad player, but clearly they see something in him. They keep bringing him back. We'll see if that can turn into anything. Zion Logue, as you go to the defensive side of the ball, 6'6", 315, so he's got some intriguing traits. He was actually drafted last year, 6th-round pick out of Georgia for the Falcons. Didn't make their 53, so was on the Falcons practice squad, then ended up in Buffalo on the Bills practice squad. There could be something here, and they need some depth up front on that defensive line, so keep an eye on this player. Corey Couch, the cornerback, is next up here. He was a 25-year-old rookie out of Miami this year. Was a COVID senior guy a couple of years ago. So we'll see. Undersized, 5'10", 180 pounds. So Who knows? I do know this, that the Bills could upgrade in their secondary, both at safety and at corner. I would guess Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane look to address that this offseason, but Couch gives you some depth in the offseason. And then Daequan Hardy, one more cornerback here who was also drafted, kind of like Logue was, 6th-round pick last year by the Bills. Did not make the team initially, so he was a practice squad guy, but a couple of guys here that were 6th-round draft picks last year that maybe they can push for a roster spot for Buffalo in the year of 2025. All right, these are obviously guys who, you know some of these names, you don't know some of these names. They're on futures contracts for a reason. They don't have the same, recognition of a Josh Allen or even a Khalil Shakir, Dawson Knox, or whoever the case may be. But free agency's just around the corner. So name a big-time player you do want the Bills to sign or trade for or even draft this offseason. Go ahead and drop his name or multiple names down in the comment section below. And again, as we sign off here, we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. When we get there, we can do more content. That's the way it works here at Chat Sports. We're 101 away. Let's make it happen. My name is Harrison Graham. We will see you guys soon here on the Bills Breakdown.